Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on youtube.com with me, Stuttering Craig. I like movies that have sand in them. Wow.
He doesn't like it in his mouth.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
I don't like the texture in my mouth.
What? And brought to you by you, the G2 community at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on youtube.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Also on Rumble. Also on Twitch. For how long, we don't know. We're just going to keep on going until they boot us off. Maybe, I don't know. I get a feeling it's probably going to be a long time, because they probably give you a long time to sign the terms of service, which we're not. We're not doing that, Twitch. But it's great to see everybody. Welcome on out. We're going to have a good show today. It's Happy Tuesday to everybody. It is Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday, because tomorrow school starts. Joining us today, as always, our brother from another mother, that crazy uncle you know and love. It's Travis Keys.
Good morning. Why was that school starts ha 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 ha?
It's more like school starts.
Okay. I don't have kids. So.
Well, you once again, you're the lovable creepy uncle we all love, right? I mean that in the most endearing way possible, Travis. Speaking of creepy, it's Blabs.
I am not creepy. You take that back. I get what Craig is saying. He's saying, suckers, y'all gotta go back to school, and we don't. And I'm totally fine with that. I had my dues. I had to go back to school. But now they can do it.
What do you mean you had to go back to school?
Go back to school. You have back to school tomorrow.
Oh, you mean
back
like
to school?
Okay, you mean like high school, high school.
Yeah.
No, okay.
No, I don't have to do it anymore. Those suckers can. So, ha.
Travis,
I feel like I'm in school every day.
What? Because you're learning every day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's sweet.
Very
That's
positive way
awesome.
to look at it. Very positive way.
I'm trying to be nice today.
Yeah, you're gonna reel it back in. You're gonna turn it back down a little bit today, Trav.
Try to.
Good. Well, look, we also joining us today, people we should absolutely learn from. Wonderful couple creating absolute magic. It's Eric and Kayla from You, Me, and the Movies. Let's go.
Oh, hey. Oh gosh, that was
Hey,
quite the
everybody.
introduction. That I don't know that we quite deserve those words. But...
Well, we'll check. Hold on, let's see if I can find the thing I did. Let's see, where is this? Is it this one? Let's see. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Whap! There they are.
Whoa!
oh gosh,
How are you guys?
We're great.
so good.
We're doing
Just
great.
kidding. Didn't want to put you on the spot that bad. Glad you guys are here. How's everything going on your channel?
Going well.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's going
Yeah.
well.
We were talking a little about what you guys have going on. What do you guys have going on the channel? What are you watching on You, Me, and the Movies?
We got sci-fi summer
Yeah, we're
going
ending
on
our
right
summer
now.
with some sci-fi movies.
Yes,
We watched Galaxy Quest last night.
Let's go.
Such a
So
good
that'll
movie.
be up in a couple weeks.
yeah,
Come
it's a good
on,
one.
let's go. I noticed like Piranha. What I don't know what Piranha is. What is Piranha?
It's a Jaws, Roger Corman ripoff.
Oh
So
my
Jaws
gosh.
was a hit, so Roger Corman made Piranha.
Yeah.
And it was basically inspired by Jaws. And then James Cameron's actual first film ever was Piranha 2.
Oh,
His first film he ever
Is it
directed.
any
So we watched
good?
that for fun. We actually
It's
liked
not
Piranha
bad.
2 better than Piranha 1.
not bad.
It was more campy, but also
Do
had
people
fun
get
with it,
eaten
so.
by piranhas? Is that what happens?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. Lots
What's
of
that?
great practical effects.
In Piranha 2, they fly.
With that kind of
Nice.
movie, you kind of know what you're getting into, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Kinda
your
ready for it.
expectations are low. Yeah.
Are they like ankle biters, these piranhas?
Oh, they bite everywhere.
Oh, they're flying.
They
flying
even went for the nipples.
cannibals.
Ew.
Yeah.
you know what I really appreciate about your channel is that you take you watch the old stuff and the new stuff, and the new stuff and the old stuff. You got stuff from the 50s in there and 80s, and then you have John Wick 4, and you got everything there. I love it. You guys.
We try to mix it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen more success with the new stuff or the old stuff?
It depends.
It's weird.
We see a lot of success with our comedies, actually.
Yeah, we just watched Ted because she hadn't seen it, and that blew up. Like,
Oh, yeah?
it's got like 200,000 views already, and we watched it like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
Funny.
So-
It must depend on
The teddy
personal
bear one?
preferences. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
funny.
Ted
I
was
just
one. And
remember the
then-
Fuck You Thunder one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoy watching scary movies with you guys, but I really enjoy scary
Yeah.
movies. So
Yeah.
That's kind of where we
appreciate-
started because that was the genre she hadn't watched. So we started with scary movies, but then we've kind of branched out to. You haven't seen this? Okay, we'll watch that.
I like all the comedies like Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Glorious.
Yikes.
No, but I see Ted's doing great. Good for you guys. That's awesome. That is excellent.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
Hey, Saving Private Ryan's one of those movies that when you watch it, I was like pretty good like the first time I watched it because I remember being like really emotional, especially at the end, and now I'm like, okay, it's like I remember being like, oh, it's good, but I have no interest in like watching it again, or maybe I'll pop it on for just a minute, but it's so intense that I don't know if I'd want to go back and do another watch through of it.
yeah,
You know?
once you go on an emotional roller coaster, it's very exhausting to go on it again.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
For sure. Faux show. Well, we're going to go on an emotional roller coaster today because we got lots to talk about. So much to talk about. We are going to be getting into this. I have this video I tweeted out, which we're gonna show you guys later. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but it's like quintessential 1990s in like 21 seconds. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. We're going to get into this April O'Neil thing with TMNT, which, my Lord, it is fascinating. It is crazy. We're also going to be talking about Tom Brady. Labs, you know who Tom Brady is?
He's a football person.
Listen, he went to Africa, and it is
And did he
unintentionally.
save the children with balls?
I was gonna say, did he take giant balls with him?
You get some balls. You get some balls. Balls are in Africa.
They were deflated though.
Oh. You have to like think about transport. Got to deflate them so more fit.
Hey, I don't even watch sports, and I got that.
Is that a football joke? Or did he kick a deflated ball? Is that what happened?
They were deflating balls.
Deflate
That was
gate.
one of the controversies for one of their Super Bowl runs.
But I'll say this: him going to Africa was, without a doubt, it's one of the most unintentionally funny things I think I've seen on the internet in a long time. I can't wait to share it with you guys. We also have more reasons why you should be absolutely fearful of AI, as they're always listening. A huge theft in the gaming and nerd space. And right off the bat, we're going to get into a gaming company being roasted. So it should be super fun. So I want to remind you guys, make sure you guys go and subscribe over at the youtube.com/@youmethemovies and pump those subscriber numbers up for our fine friends here. You can follow us over at Rumble at rumble.com/sidestrollers. And of course, you can follow us at Instagram, right, Blabs? Because we're growing over there.
Yeah, we're almost at 400. I think last time I checked, we were less than 20 away. So if you have not subscribed to us on Instagram, do so. Please and thank you. We post memes.
If you also wouldn't mind, check out our clips we're going to be posting on the channel. We've been posting them pretty regularly. I've been posting them around 5 p.m. Central Time. But I may post them a little bit earlier throughout the day. But keep an eye out for those. No Green Rocks has been doing a phenomenal job of cutting those together. And if you're in need for any sort of freelance work, make sure you hit up No Green Rocks. He is a stud and will gladly help you out.
I love that he puts his own personality into him. Like, he sees it differently than I watch it and see it, which I love.
Right. And I think that's when you have an editor, the editor becomes another character, another part of the show. And I think that's awesome. And they do such a good job. So good job, No Green Rocks. I'm sure you're watching now. Just what's up. Also, I'm going to be live over at the new Side Scrollers Plays channel later today. Good viewership yesterday on our first day over there. Make sure you guys join us. I'm playing Odyssey, Mario Odyssey. Have you guys played that before, Eric, Kayla? You guys played Mario Odyssey?
Our daughter,
Our 7-year-old has.
she loves it.
It's her
She's
favorite
beaten
game.
it.
She's beaten it multiple times.
Yeah.
She
Well,
actually
I'm
beat it when she was like
42.
4. She beat it when she was 4 when she first got it. So
I'm going to try to beat it. I could beat it today. We'll see. I don't know. I've only been playing it for 2 days, but
I feel like you could probably do it. If she can do it, you can do it.
we'll see. We'll see. It's super fun. Also, tomorrow we'll be joined by Adam Krigler. You know, Adam, he'll be joining us, as well as Thursday. we're going to have an interview with Alex Stein. Do you guys know Alex Stein?
Primetime 99.
There you go. You know, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to talking with him about not politics. I'm going to talk to him about his life and stuff and just failures and successes and all sorts of stuff. And Blabs, you're going to be a big part of that, right?
Yeah.
Damn right you are. Love that.
Okay. Just threw me out there. It's like, wait, okay, cool.
That's
I'm
right.
in.
All right. You guys got anything you want to share before we dig into the fun stuff today?
No, let's dig into it.
All right.
Right.
Let's dig into it.
I got gas.
Hang on,
Yes.
I want to do something here.
All right, there you go, Blast. There you go. All right, Blast has the power now, which is great. Let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Fart News.
Fart news.
Is hard news.
All righty, here we go. Yesterday, there was a big announcement by a big video game company called Rockstar Games. Have you guys played any Rockstar games? Chances are you probably have.
I don't think I
Yeah.
actually ever have. I know what games they've had, but I've never played
Wait a
them.
minute. Rockstar made GTA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never played it. I kind of want to now.
I
Blabs.
forgot which one was headquartered in.
I kind of
town.
want to just steal a car and like run over some bitch or whatever and just go, "Mrrr," you know, it'd be fun.
I want to steal a horse and run over some bitch.
Well,
That sounds even better.
you can do that. You can
I
do that
know.
in Red Dead Redemption. But
Yeah.
before we, and we're going to get into Red Dead in a second.
Oh,
Blabs,
it's-
I'll tell you what.
It's Volition, whose headquarters is about 100 miles that way.
What are you talking about?
I thought Rockstar was in my
Okay.
headquartered in the town I used to live, but it's not. It's Volition.
Okay. So, yes. Well, by the way, Blabs, I think you would be an amazing Grand Theft Auto player.
Right? I'd
yeah,
be
'cause
like,
you're psycho.
just kill everybody. It's like just roller coaster tycoon all over again.
Oh, it'd be fun. But yesterday, Rockstar announced via Twitter that they are bringing their beloved Western game experience, Red Dead Redemption, to modern consoles. And by modern consoles, they mean the Nintendo Switch and modern PlayStation systems.
Just PS4.
Yeah, is that it? PlayStation 4? Just
Yep.
PlayStation 4?
But you can play it on the PlayStation 5 because, yeah,
Right.
But it's not modified for the PlayStation 5 or the
it's not like a
latest
remaster.
Xbox, from what I understand.
So it is getting dragged on Twitter, just dragged on Twitter for this announcement. The idea that they're bringing Red Dead over to the Switch, which, you know, you get your like elitist over here like Mark, who's like at 30 frames per second. It's like, "Mwah," you know, it's like that hardcore gaming, you know. But I don't know if they I don't know if the Switch could handle anything more than 30 frames per second. But I don't really understand why it's getting dragged online. Maybe you guys can help me out with this. That's
Why?
something
What
I
I'm
just don't-
understanding, it's like it's not modified for the newer consoles, and it looks like shit in comparison. So if you start playing on like a PlayStation 5, it's not gonna look good. Because that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we waited all these years for a remastered or an updated game for the PlayStation 5, and they got nothing. They
Yeah.
get it for the Switch, which has been out for years.
Basically, they didn't optimize it for the new consoles and put it on this. They optimized it for Switch apparently, but I still don't understand why people are mad about this. If Zelda's good enough for you at 30 FPS,
Well, they're not really the same games, right? Like one
I
was
understand
for
that,
a
but-
different platform and one specifically for the Switch.
I understand that, but you can't complain about a game being ported over to the Switch and then say it's at 30 FPS. So is their flagship fucking game.
That's not what people are upset about. They're upset about the fact that it's not for PlayStation
Well, that guy
5 or
was.
Xbox. Well, that was Mark the Cyborg. I think he's just pissed because it's just not the right graphics to play that game on, which it deserves the right graphics.
Right.
Well, I'll say this. This is a high response in the Twitter thread, and I think this makes sense. This is from the CEO of Rockstar. This is a quote that they put out there. It says, remastering has always been part of the strategy. We've done differently than our competition. We don't just port titles over. We actually take the time to do the very best job we can in making the title different from the new release. for the technology that we're launching on. So we improve the technology, we upgrade the visuals, and we make performance enhancements. And that's why I think our remastered titles typically do so well. And once again, this is not a remaster.
How can you improve something but take a step down on the console? You see what I'm saying?
That wasn't a statement for this game.
It's
Yeah.
just a
Oh,
different
okay.
statement.
They're
I thought-
adding
okay.
they're adding that reply as, why aren't you doing this for Red Dead?
I
kind of
see.
thing.
I see. I thought it was from the same.
And also,
But-
isn't the price very steep for the Switch too? The game.
think
I was
Well,
seeing on
60
Twitter
bucks for
yesterday, it's like
everything.
$50 or something
Yeah,
for the
50
game.
bucks. I mean, that's typical.
Yeah, okay. So I do understand the perspective of like, if that's what the CEO said, is that we're going to focus on remasters and not ports. But I don't think the Switch can handle a remaster of Red Dead, right? It goes back to, what do you really hope to gain from releasing it on the Switch? You see this saying all the time of like, well, that's just a cash grab, and you go, well, yeah, all video games are just a cash grab. They're literally a business. So whenever somebody says that's a cash grab, to me that kind of deflates the argument a little bit. They're absolutely doing this to make money, but I wonder how big of an audience of the Switches is there who want to buy Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that's one.
I think that
Go ahead.
I think there's a different demographic, right? So yeah, the people who are gonna want to play it on the Switch that haven't played it already are you're drawing in a totally different audience. Like our daughter might play
Yeah,
game like Red Dead Redemption on her
She used to love watching me
Switch.
play Red Dead 2 when I was playing it. So.
Right, but she's not going to play it on the PC because she's not equipped to be able to play on a PC yet. But I don't know. I just feel like it's offering another opportunity for a different demographic to be pulled into their game, and then maybe it pulls them into the PC version that is fully mastered or remastered or whatever.
I think a lot of the uproar is people have been wanting a remaster of Red Dead or like a remake because Red Dead 2 was so good. They want Red Dead on the same level so you could play both games without having to see a graphical downgrade when you go back to Red Dead. And this is just a port. I don't even think it wasn't by Rockstar. It was by a different company. Rockstar's just publishing it. They did the port. And another thing is, I think the Switch is great for stuff like this, like little ports. It's a great system for older games to be brought to a new audience. And they do that for a lot of franchises. Like they got the Solid, or Metal Gear Solid games coming out soon that are remastered from the old PlayStation 2 days, and a whole bunch of old franchises getting, little tiny remasters just to play on the Switch. And it's fun to have because it's a console that's on the go. You just pop in the cartridge and you're ready to play. And it is a widely sold console in that regard. There's tons of units out there. So you're definitely hitting a new audience or somebody that, hey, you want Red Dead in your pocket? Here you go.
Right.
You play it on the Switch. So I think a lot of the uproar is just people having expectations of they wanted an actual remaster and they're not getting it.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully
it's
this
kind of
is
like
a step
alienating your
towards...
original fan base. Like, I know what you guys want, like the main group, but we're gonna go and cater to this tiny little market right here. You guys are on your own. I think that's what's pissing people off, and then the price tag. They're just like, it's outrageous. It's unfair.
I mean,
I understand.
It does look like a mountain of gold if you think about how many units the Switch has sold and all that. If you can get, I don't know, 10% of those people, that's enough game sales. You know what I mean? For any game,
Extra Zero comes in and says the price here is criminal. You can play Red Dead on Series X at 4K via backwards compatible, which is a port. I paid $20 for it all, and they're outsourcing this, which went great for their GTA trilogy. Thanks, Extra Zero. That helps with the perspective on that for sure. I saw this, and it was someone mentioned in the chat. They said, Darth Warrior says, here we go with the Nintendo is for kids BS. And my thought is like, yes, Nintendo's not for kids, but it's easier for kids to play. Right?
It's more kid friendly
It's
than
more-
the other consoles.
yes.
I would certainly
Exactly.
say it's geared towards kids.
Yeah, think
but
about the
for
bright
everybody.
colors. But the console itself has the bright colors. It's not just for kids. You're right. It's just, but there is a good target audience right there.
Right. It's like saying
it is the most accessible gaming console for children.
Is it the
I believe.
cheapest also? So
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
That helps
saying
too.
cartoons aren't for kids. Well, they're made for kids, but everybody can watch them. You know what I mean?
Well, and then you're gonna get the guy who goes, "What about The Simpsons? What about a Family Guy? Whatever, you know."
I
Whatever.
don't know. What
And
are the target audiences of those shows?
Those for
15 to-
adults. But at the same time, you always get the whataboutism, right, attached to it. And the reality is that, like, why do people like Nintendo? Because we grew up playing it as kids. That's why. So, dude came in with the $1 Rumble rant. Says Red Dead Redemption is a basic port, which Xbox recently has with its backwards compatibility program. So now Rockstar knew it couldn't make Xbox players pay for it again. A rare modern Xbox win. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's definitely interesting to kind of see the reaction to this. And there's definitely the hardcore gamer who's like, what the hell? And but I think that this is like much to do about nothing. I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of money. I don't think many Switch owners are going to be like, I really need to buy Red Dead Redemption for my 8-year-old. I just don't. I don't see that
I
happening.
think the games that they'll sell are people who already own the game, who own a Switch, and they're going on vacation or taking a train or a plane, and they want to play it.
I think you're probably right.
yeah.
Cal L
It'll
says
be on sale in no time too. So
yeah, for sure. Says opens up to people that probably weren't born when it was released. On top of people that haven't played it in a decade. Price is ridiculous though. My whole thought with the price is that if the price is ridiculous, it'll change. It'll go on sale. It'll drop to $30 or $20 or whatever it is. But you can never increase your price. You can always decrease your price. You can't go. I mean, unless you're Netflix, right? Over time. But the general golden rule is that once you launch a product, you can never increase your price. You always decrease it. So.
You can always sell things that you kind of have to win or to be competitive for microtransactions, right?
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. I mean, I guess we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. It comes out August 17th. That's next week. So next Thursday, which I'm sure the internet will love. It will be all sorts of games, and it'll be interesting to see how like the Nintendo handles it. If the Switch can handle it at 30 frames per second.
I love when shit like that's put under a microscope because there's probably glitches and mistakes in the original game anyway, but these people are like gonna go through it with like a fine tooth comb and a magnifying glass.
My thing is, why pay more for less? You're paying for $50 for a game on the Switch. I would not ever do that personally.
You want to pay $50 or $60 for Mario Kart or Mario Maker or
For that, something that's specific to the Switch, that's exclusive to the Switch, sure. But if I can play it on Steam, where it has the better graphics on my PC, then I'm gonna pay for it there and not on my Switch.
And
if
here
Quidditch comes out on the Switch.
Yeah, see.
It'll never. It's multi-platform.
Well, and
I
here
got
we
you, bro. I already know lots of that.
we get down to the real dilemma of the Switch now. Is it worth it for their own titles? I say yes, but
Yeah, for sure, playing the Nintendo games are exclusive to Nintendo, sure. But like, if I have the opportunity to play it on my PC, and it's so much easier streaming-wise, you don't have to connect with HDMI cables and all that stuff. Then yeah, I'm gonna play with Steam.
Okay, well, here's the thing that you're not thinking about, Blabs, is that you're 28.
I'm 27. Thank you.
Sorry, you're 27.
Craig said you're old.
I'm old.
You know who's not? You know who's not playing games on Steam? Most 10 and 11-year-old
Yeah,
kids.
that's true
right?
for them.
And
That's what I'm saying for me.
To be clear, Red Dead Redemption is a mature-rated game, right?
Yeah.
So you should be at least mature enough to understand what
At
you're
least
playing.
13,
Now,
maybe.
That should be mature enough that when Craig shoots dogs, that
Jesus.
Listen,
that you understand it's a joke.
we did a playthrough, or we did some Red Dead Redemption fun 4 or 5 years ago. That was my biggest hobby, was going through and just shooting dogs. It was great.
Wow, I never even do that. Like on video games, I will try my best not to shoot.
No,
little
you just
animals.
drown children, Blabs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and
That's all right.
adults too. I don't pick and choose. They all die.
You shoot your roller coaster riders off into space, have them
Yeah.
sucked into a black hole of oblivion. It's
This
ridiculous.
sounds like the perfect way to go. wouldn't you want to be one of those people who go off on like the most outrageous way to die? Like that? Pain-free, bro, and you make the news.
I mean, I guess if I'm gonna go, I might as well go that
it's
way.
better than
Right?
dying slowly, man.
All right, you guys want to move on?
It's like Jesus Christ.
Yep. I usually move on probably at the right time. All right, let's move on to our next one, where a big theft has taken place in the nerddom world.
Who stole my heart? Oh wait, what?
You steal our hearts every day, Travis. There's a convention called Gen Con. Have you guys heard of Gen Con before? No. Gen Con apparently takes place.
We're kind of thinking about going to that.
Yeah, I think we were talking about going to that this year, actually.
Oh,
yeah. What state's it in?
I think it's
Is that the one in
Indiana?
Oh,
There's 4 Gen Cons.
okay.
Well, that's close to me. I could go to that.
Well, at Gen Con up in I'm saying Indianapolis because there's a police statement from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. They apparently somebody walked out of Gen Con with $300,000 worth of trading cards that were stolen on Wednesday. So
Dang.
we talked about like, and by the way, that's like 3 of Adam's cards. His Magic the Gathering cards.
Right. But to normal people, it's a lot.
Yeah, right. So the police department came in and they don't know who the people are, although there has been pictures of them. I don't know if this guy is like
wheeled
really
it out with a
balding.
cart.
Yeah, they just put him on a cart and walked out with him. All right,
Dang.
which is amazing. But the official statement reads that they don't know who they are, and the people of interest reportedly acquired a pallet jack, removed 1 pallet of gaming cards, and moved them to an unknown location. So they just went in, grabbed it, and popped on out. It's likely that the pair were taking advantage of the pre-event rush, where scenes of event staff moving pallets are commonplace. The alleged theft took place before opening of the events in downtown area, while vendors were setting up the display at various times. Have you guys ever been to like a convention during setup or anything like that?
No, but I can imagine that it would be easy to just kind of walk away with a pallet jack full of crap.
That's awful.
Yeah, this goes back to something I used to tell people, and I don't drink anymore, so take this as a grain of salt. But when I was young and I was drinking underage, I would tell people, just walk up there like you own the place. If you just walk around like you own the place and somebody walks up to you, says something, say you're stupid, get away from me. And just keep on walking. They'll ignore you.
Yeah,
They take you belong there. Yeah.
There actually is a lot to that. If you act like you've been there before, act like you know it, act like you know what's going on, no one's going to question you. And I think that's exactly what happened here. Generally,
never works for me. Every time I'd be like, okay, I'm just going in and be like, you look too young.
No, you just got to act like you know what you're doing, Blabs.
Act like you're already
Well,
drunk.
apparently I don't know what I'm doing.
That's what I would do. I'd act already drunk. And they go,
If you got that much valuable stuff laying around, you should have somebody watching it.
Yeah, or
Even
put
if
in a
it's, like,
safe
set up,
or
like,
like
have
an
somebody-
alarm.
Well, I don't think it was actually like real valuable cards. It was just like mass of new cards. Is what the picture.
Was it?
Yeah.
Do you have the picture on there, Craig?
Of the
Yeah,
of
it
the
depends on
cards?
the vendor. It could have been
Yeah, the
somebody trying to
person
resell old cards or if
taking
it
them
was
out.
new
'Cause
packs or something.
They were like pushing this giant cart of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
So it looks to me like it's a whole lot of just normal trading cards, not a whole bunch of expensive ones. You see what I'm saying?
That's horrific. People suck.
Well, this is, I mean, so look, he has a lanyard on, right? And I've been here before. I mean, I've been to, not to Gen Con, but I've been in this situation where, yeah, it's chaos. There's people coming in, coming out, loading things, unloading things, getting their booths set up. And you don't know who is who. Like, even as we were, like, I think I can speak from experience where we ran several gaming events. You know, you have a floor manager and they're checking people in, but people come in and out all the time. People, you know, a booth may have 5 employees, and you don't pre-screen those employees. You don't know exactly who's with what booth. They just kind of flash a badge and they move on. I don't know. It's kind of sad, to be honest with you. I really wish his lanyard was, you could actually see. He actually doesn't have any sort of badge on his lanyard itself.
Yeah. No name tag.
They
Well,
got
here-
good pictures of them. They're
yeah,
probably
here's
gonna be
my
able to find
thing.
them.
With those pictures, with that hairdo, they're gonna get his ass within 2 weeks, guaranteed.
Or they'll be like, nah. He's an untouchable.
Guaranteed.
Someone will.
Somebody has seen that hairdo.
Right.
Somewhere. I'm not joking.
I mean, they have pictures of these guys, and someone's going to slip up because they're going to say, "Hey, the reward's $5,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is," and someone's going to go, "Oh, I'd like $2,000." And
Or some dumbass is going to go into a pawn shop with a pallet of cards.
right. You know, I always and then here he is, like, oh, you can actually see the guy. Look at him, just looking right at
and that's
there.
wrapped pallets too, so it's like
They
that's brand new.
unwrapped it at one point.
No, I think they got multiple pallets.
Multiples, yeah, it looks
Oh.
like. Well, and look, yeah, they would just walk back there and got them. Who would assume they don't work there? I'm not
Yeah.
going to walk up to people
That
and be
makes
like,
me
"Who
so
are
mad.
you?" You know.
Why does it make you mad, Blabs?
They just steal all that cards. Like, I have a big card collection. I'm full of shit, man. Don't you touch my shit.
Well, and the sad part is it's probably a small business.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sure.
exactly. It's a mom and pop store, and you're just stealing from them. That's like their hobby, their passion, their business, and those fuckers. Why I oughta? I don't like them.
Dan came in with the $1.99 super chat. Says there's a new trailer for Death by Daylight or Dead by Daylight Alien DLC. Looks fire.
Ooh.
Should they be charged? So if they get caught, should they be charged for every single card? That's a
Yeah.
count of theft. That's a count of theft. That's a count of theft.
Well, $300,000 worth of stuff. It
That's
would be
grand theft, I
yeah,
think,
it'd
at
be
that
grand-
point. So
yeah.
that it'd be better to charge them.
That's
for,
a huge felony.
Well,
So
well,
For
how
the-
about you? Well, I know it's oftentimes they like to do multiple charges to get you to plea for things, right?
Sure.
So it just makes me wonder. They could do grand theft for half of it, and then parcel out the other ones and give them 150,000 charges of theft.
So if they catch these guys, what they should do is open every pack of cards and then value every card. It's probably worth more than 300,000.
I bet
if
you
they
it
got
is.
some good cards in there. So
Do you guys want to see this
You're
this
right.
new trailer?
They should
From
do that.
Dead by
Actually.
Daylight? Yeah, I like Dead by Daylight.
Let's see it. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the super chat and letting us know. Brand new trailer from Dead by Daylight. Do you guys play Dead by Daylight at all?
I have it. I've never really actually played it though.
I have.
Maybe
It's
once or
fun.
twice.
You gotta
Not-
get it with the right crew.
Yeah.
Who just happy-go-lucky, have fun, and it's a blast.
It's not my favorite game, but I know a lot of people are really into it. Let's check this out. Here we go. It's 2 minutes long.
Jones.
This very Ripley to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Aliens on your?
Oh yeah.
That was the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
we started our channel with.
Yeah,
Alien.
especially with the cat and all that.
Of course, that's what it's supposed to be. About.
Yeah, that's what they're going for, Trav.
I mean, and even this. Look at this. This is like right out of Alien.
Of course.
Technically, it's right out of Aliens, but
True.
I like
And
the. I like the kind of close to Sigourney Weaver, but not really.
And
You know?
if you look, that round area is where they did the medical shit in the movie.
Yep.
Looks much better than I thought it would.
What I want to see is the gameplay for this when it comes out. What's it gonna look like?
It looks like, are they adding a new level with the
Probably a new map and obviously the new character.
Nostromo?
I was
Aliens.
wondering if it would be one movie or a bunch of the Alien movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put
Oh.
together.
As long as you have the Xenomorph, that's really all that.
Yeah. It'll probably be Ripley as a survivor and Xenomorph as a new killer. So
Probably.
Cool.
cool.
Makes me wonder
There
if
you
there'll
go.
be
Yep,
a,
there it is.
Makes me wonder if there'll be a little girl somewhere in there. Like Newt.
Mm,
it just said Alien, not Aliens. So
Yep. Well, hey, that looks pretty fun. I mean, I guess it's just a full motion video trailer, and there's no gameplay.
Yeah.
So,
But they
Let's
had
see
the
what-
cat. The cat was in that one too. Wasn't it?
but the cat was in it.
The cat was an alien.
Was it? I
Yeah.
thought it was Aliens. I could be wrong.
The
Both.
cat is in Aliens, but just the beginning.
So yeah, just the
I've
very
never
beginning.
seen
Oh,
Aliens. I
okay.
don't want it. It scares me.
It's been many years
It's
since
scary.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not a scary movie, horror movie person. Big no. I'd rather look at butterflies.
Hey,
Flowers.
now we know what we can get Blabs to do on Patreon goals.
Oh, don't torture me. That's awful.
We do that all day. What do you?
No,
can-
this
you
isn't
can
torture.
just-
This is enjoyment.
You can just watch our reaction to it, and then you'd get like the gist of it without
Yeah.
having to submit yourself to the whole horror.
You did all the horror for me.
Yeah.
I just have to watch it.
Speaking of horror, do you guys want to move on to
Did you just call Blabs a whore?
No, Travis, I didn't call Blabs a whore. Do you guys want to move on to a story that is about AI and our foreboding alien, our
Yeah.
AI monster lords? Or would you rather move on to a story about Tom Brady, football god?
Are they
You know
related?
what? I want to hear
No.
about this Tom Brady stuff first.
Okay. All right. We'll move on to something a little lighter. Okay. So Tom Brady, the 47-time Super Bowl champion, all-world mega quarterback, Captain America, right? Recently, he retired from the NFL, and he's going to be making his way into the broadcasting booth. And whatever, he's like super rich. He married Giselle. I think they got divorced or something. Giselle's, it doesn't. They never have to even think about money ever again, right? So since he's retired, he's now, quote, focusing on being my best self after he had a birthday trip to Africa. Now,
Wait, maybe
Yes.
he should have focused on that when he was deflating footballs.
oh,
But I'm
Travis.
just wondering.
right, so-
I too go on self-reflect on when I go to Africa. Also,
You
So
should try and be a better person before you win the Super Bowl ring. You know, I don't know.
So I had there's this picture of him. He posted I guess or whatever it is, a reel or something on Instagram that it just has like a photo album, and I think these pictures are hilarious, right? And let me kind of show you this first one here. Here's Tom Brady with a bunch of I guess native Africans holding a stick, and this all looks fine until you realize, like, there's a giant luxury helicopter behind them.
and
Yeah.
they both are in luxury clothing as compared to everybody else.
So they literally flew in their private helicopter, landed, and said, "Come over here and see us. Take a picture." Got in and flew out. They didn't even close the fucking door. The
Well, no,
door's still open.
They took some pictures, but
I'm
it's
sure
like,
they did.
I'm sure they stuck around for a while. But I love the idea that you got these
Long enough to eat their food that they're making? I doubt it.
you got these people in their traditional African garb, right? This is, if you were to think of like an African tribe, this is probably what you'd think, something along these lines. And they literally have bows and arrows and sticks, and they look like something that you would imagine you'd see in a National Geographic. And except for the idea that, once again, they flew on this like luxury helicopter, and it was just absolutely hilarious to me that it happened.
If you want to go better yourself in Africa, maybe you can travel like the people who live in Africa. I don't know. Just weird.
Well,
It's very out of touch, and if you're gonna do that, maybe dress down for the occasion. You can still like look somewhat, classy
Yeah.
or whatever, without looking like that.
The $4,000 jacket was too much.
Yeah.
as pointed out in the chat, an African tribe with sunglasses.
He's got a gun.
I
And a
bet
gun.
he's
That's the guide.
The guide, yeah.
You're probably right. You're probably right. But we continue here with this. You can see they spent time on the ground milking a goat, which is
They
great.
could have
You
done
can do that anywhere.
It's
You can
Cincinnati.
do that down the road from our house.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, like goat titties we pulled in life.
Well, Blabs, I mean,
Yeah, Blab.
like,
Well, I used to work on farms and stuff. It's not that
This
hard.
picture's awkward.
okay.
What's he
It is-
doing with that? His done
What'd
his
she do
arm.
with her arm? Is
I
it
don't know.
broken?
I don't know. But this is my favorite one. They got this luxury.
Oh my god.
It's like
So
a
they-
full bar out
They
in the middle.
They shipped his $30,000 bottle of cognac
Right,
with,
right.
the
Wow.
1850s liquor cabinet.
Right. This is the one that I find like the absolute most
It's
hilarious.
so out of touch, man.
It's like this is glamping in Africa.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a glamping safari thing. I bet that tribe is just like the way that they do it in, like, Fredericksburg or whatever, Virginia, where they like dress up in traditional garb and pretend to live that life. I bet they're just
Oh yeah,
Role
hiring
play.
employees
Yeah.
just pretending. Yeah.
probably
They go home and they play Red Dead Redemption on their Switch.
exactly, yeah.
They yell-
Just
they
pretending
yell
for
at
the rich
gamers.
people. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny. You know, I went to this place up in Utah called. It's actually called This Is the Place. Have you guys? Oh, what did I miss, Kayla? What did I miss?
Flying Nanook said Tom Brady decided to go on a Disney African adventure.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
that's what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Very much role playing. But I went to this place in Utah called This Is the Place, and it's called that because when they got there, the settlers said this is the place, and that's just what it's always been called. And it's a
And then they promptly died of smallpox.
no. They're alive and well. If you've ever been to Salt Lake City, they're very much.
You mean
Jesus
the
Christ.
Mormons?
The Mormons are in great
Yes.
shape there.
I've actually been there, and my name's in the church. So
All right. But they have the people there who are like role playing, and there's teachers and there's one lady who like brings her kids there, and they role play for like a couple days at a time, and they're they have no electricity, no running water or anything like that.
actually, if you're real fascinated by that, the place you want to go is to Nauvoo. That's the original town that they lived
Naboo.
in. Nauvoo, not
I heard
Naboo.
Naboo was like
Actually,
okay.
that's where George Lucas got the name from. Actually, but that's where they were when they were persecuted, and then that's my dog. Sorry, that's where they were when they were persecuted, and they were forced to go to Salt Lake City. So there's actually a place called Nauvoo you can go to where the original settlement is and stuff, and they all live like that there.
Well, I was just more talking about people role playing in the same way
Oh.
that the African tribe is role playing.
Well, that's what they
And-
do at this place.
Oh, okay. Well, but so good for Tom Brady with his incredibly out of touch photos of him milking goats and drinking expensive liquor.
What are
on
the
on an
comments
African
like
farm.
on his post? Are they shredding him, or are they like, "Oh my God, it's Tom Brady in Africa"?
I'm
Save
sure.
the children.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like, oh, it's so lovely, it's so good, you're the best. Yeah, it's something along those lines. So
Makes you
I,
wonder-
Good for him that he can afford to do all that stuff. I wouldn't put that on the social media.
Yeah, how much did he pay for that?
does it matter? Like here's the thing. If you can do it, do it. I begrudge zero people who, if they have the money, spend the
Right.
money. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
I'd go
good for
lower
him,
price.
yeah. But how many like starving people did he see when he was there that he could have like fed with that money?
I mean, it's also not his
instead of-
responsibility to.
Well,
take
I don't know.
care of them.
It's also his not responsibility to go into their village and be all up in their business to get selfies with them. Either,
Well,
you know,
What
Hey.
if that's a
It could be
service they
fake
offer?
people.
Yeah.
that's probably not a service they offer. He probably just showed up in his fucking helicopter.
Look, Travis. Okay, so Travis, I went to for our 10th year anniversary. My wife and I several years ago. We did an all-inclusive resort in Jamaica, and we rode a bus that went through the absolute shittiest parts of Jamaica. We're going by people who probably live off $1 a day, and we felt like total fucking asshats as we're driving by
Right,
these people
but
going to this thing.
Your
right?
net worth is not also the net worth of their entire country.
But-
so
but-
I'm just
but-
saying.
But I'm
It's
still,
still not your responsibility. though,
right.
Travis.
It's
Right. But if
it's
you want to
ultimately-
act like you're
That kinda
bettering
goes
yourself,
into-
if you want to, okay, the whole purpose was for what? For him to go there to better himself, right? So how about you actually better yourself and do something for people to make yourself a better person than fly a fucking private helicopter and drink your $30,000 cognac in the middle of the
think-
fucking rainforest?
I think
Or the-
that's the out of touch part. Had he not said that, then everybody would have just been like, "Wow, you went on an African safari
Right.
adventure! Congratulations, that's so great."
yes, I just see the
But-
waste of it all.
Yeah,
well,
You hit it right on the head. It's the waste of it.
or you could look at the financial opportunity that is lending to the people who are there, that they wouldn't have had that money had he not gone.
I'm sure he brought them a goat.
Or I'm sure he
Hey,
brought them
maybe
lots
it's
of
one
money.
goat more than they
I-
had.
he paid for his adventure, which they get paid for because they're just acting.
Right.
They just
Right.
go home to their houses afterwards.
And
Right.
Blabs, the goat gets its tits pulled. Right?
Very relieving.
When you talk about
It's very relieving.
when you talk about bettering yourself and then go on this very superficial, very selfish thing to make you feel better, to not actually better yourself, it's kind of hypocrisy to me, and I can't stand hypocrisy.
And then for
Well-
everything he signed for them, they're all selling those on eBay for
Yeah.
even more money.
Yeah.
They don't.
Tom Brady
if
touched
they
his
have
glass,
eBay, but
$2,000.
Well, here, let me actually read his Instagram post because I do think that's important for the context here. So his Instagram post said, "What an incredible trip to the most amazing continent, Africa. It was true. It was another special reminder that life is truly about relationships and memories." All good messages. This past week of my birthday, I've had much more time to reflect and be grateful for all the incredible blessings. I couldn't imagine growing up as a boy in San Mateo that my life would become what it is. I've experienced quite a bit in my first 45 years that I've lived, and what I love most is that people who I've shared the most with, shared the most life-changing moments with, my children, my family, my loved ones, and friends. All of you have added so much to this incredible, adventurous life. Oh, okay, never mind. There's a lot more here. I
Oh,
don't want
there's
to
a
read all that.
freaking essay. Oh.
yeah, and going somewhere like that to point out to you how lucky you are, that's selfish. That's not.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Based on that context, it seems like he just went on a family vacation.
right,
Like,
right.
That's
Yeah.
just what
And
happened.
Also,
then
he's been playing
and took
football
his
for
private
40
cognac and
45 years. I don't know if he's
Well,
actually
he-
had a big family
Yeah,
vacation.
he's
like
probably
Right.
just been doing sports for like the majority
Yeah.
of his life and not actually
as an
doing a whole
NFL
lot
player,
of
he gets what?
family time.
I'll
really
just
2
say
months.
this. If I had that much money and I went there, I wouldn't take a picture of my private bar that I flew in. I would just leave that to myself.
Well, you don't know that he flew his private bar in. I'm
That's
sure that
the glamping company's bar, Travis. It's
Yeah.
fine. That's part of the
Man.
that's part of the rate, right? Like he
Experience.
I
paid
don't
thousands of dollars a night for that expensive
Yeah.
bar.
That's
part of
just
the
All
A
inclusive
package.
bar.
like with the helicopter. I probably wouldn't have photoed myself in front of it with all these people. I'd move over 3 steps to the left. You know,
You've been salty.
You very
Yeah.
salty, man. Like
I just don't like hypocrisy. It just bothers me to no end. He needs
All right.
to go
Travis
for
is never going glamping.
he needs to
ever.
go for a life experience. He needs to get this life. It's such a good life experience for me and my family. Oh my God, look at all these people. Let me inject myself into their fucking life. Okay.
so, dude,
With-
come
You're
on, dude.
so triggered
What
by
the hell?
this.
Yes,
You
I
reel
am.
it in, man. Like
I
reel
am.
it in.
It's very
Didn't he
triggering.
say he was gonna reel it in today? And he's all like,
That's like
"Fuck this guy."
I don't know. I
That's
see
like-
myself.
Hey,
I grew up in small town bumfuck nowhere, Illinois, in a trailer. If some rich ass douchebags came to my trailer park with their private fucking bar and a helicopter, I'd be like, "What the fuck are these people doing?"
But you know who'd be happy about it? Everybody, because the money that
Them?
they're spending in your trailer park.
You're assuming they're spending money. You're assuming they're spending.
They're
money.
not going for free.
Yeah, they're not.
There's a
You know how
company.
expensive that
There's a
stuff is to
company
do?
that makes money. Them town people aren't making shit. They get a fucking goat. Are you kidding me? You're
Listen, that's
kidding me?
one goat
That,
they
that
have.
the money Tom Brady spent to
Listen,
go to
Travis, we're
Africa
losing this
goes,
here. We all
goes-
are on the same page, but
the,
you.
No, the money that Tom Brady spent to go to Africa goes to them tribes people. You're telling me that.
He's like, they didn't give the balls to children. That's what really upsets
You guys
him.
are
Come on, just say it.
delusional if you think the tribes people get that money.
That
Just say it,
company
Travis.
is paying those people to pretend that they're tribes people.
Yes.
They're not tribes people. They're actors. They're just being
Could
paid to be
actors.
there.
I actually think they're real people. But
Okay, well, even if they're real
Well,
people,
why
they're
don't you
not
Google
doing
it,
it.
Travis?
They're like, even if they are, they're not there. It's not like, oh, here's this giant 6'5" quarterback guy who showed up out of nowhere, and will you please take that? They clearly have done this like hundreds of times with other families that have done this exact like it's like rinse and repeat. They're not like, oh, it would be so great if you could have the goat. No, they're like, get the goat over here. It's tit milking time, right? They know it's gonna happen. It's a routine for these people. This is probably what they do for a living. Trav.
Yeah.
I promise you they don't get a lot of money. If you guys think that normal, average, everyday people and not some guy who runs the village or some company who does it gets that money, you're wrong. It's not the normal, everyday people there that get that money, or they would have like shirts.
Well, of course, but here's the thing. Well, they do have shirts. They have traditional.
I'm saying they would have
but-
some asset that money got them.
That goat, Travis. Shit, you just said it.
Should have heard what Tom Brady said to the goat farmer. I'm a goat. You want to milk me?
I don't
Let's
know.
go.
I think you guys are making far more assumptions than I'm making.
Well,
That could be.
The assumption is this, Travis. Tom Brady hired somebody to say, "I want to go on an African
A helicopter company.
No. He hired
And then a
an
private
entire,
guide.
No, he hired.
You're
a
making assumptions.
It could all be inclusive.
Will you let me
for all we
talk?
know.
Travis, let me talk. God. He hired somebody. That company then sub-hired somebody. And that company then sub-hired somebody. Tom Brady paid a big buttload of money to this one person. And then that person paid everybody else underneath it. And guess who got it at the very end? The people with the goats. They got some money, not all the money, a portion of the money. That's just how it works.
About
That's literally how
1%
it
of
works.
it.
Who
So they-
cares? Who cares?
I do.
I think we should rebrand Travis to Salty Travis.
I
and
just
have
think
a little
it's-
session on him where he just gets triggered. And
It's
just goes
such
on a rant.
just a waste of money, and it's such like a glorified over expense to go to some poor place and have a life-changing experience for yourself. It's so selfish.
Yeah, hashtag triggered Travis time. Got a new section. Triggered Travis time.
We just go, Tom Brady.
You know, guys, it would be salt if I wanted something. I'm worried about other people. That's not salt. Okay.
Well, look, I think that. Okay, and let me divert a little bit. When somebody says, I'm worried about these people, my response immediately is always, what have you done for those people prior to right now? Right? And like, so when, to me, that's just like, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm saying this just in general, Travis. Like, people say, what about these people? Well, nobody, like, I didn't care about those people until 5 minutes ago when we read the story, right? Like, no disrespect to those people, but they're just not on my radar, right?
Well, now they are, and they're smiling by a private helicopter, and everything's fine, right?
Right. Well, I'm saying they're not buying a private helicopter, but they're making a living, right? So once again, when somebody says, well, what have you done? I say, when someone goes, well, I really care about that. Well, okay, well, what have you done? Like, it goes back to Game Attack, right? Game Attack, they're all like, oh, I can't believe you did this. They've done jack shit for anything since then, right?
Well,
like, it's
right.
all virtue signal, you know? And I'm not going to,
I have volunteered at homeless shelters and things like that, but I'm not even going to go into that. My whole point is when you have that much money and you want to go on some life-changing experience, how about you think about the other people around you as well? Because he could have had a life-changing experience and changed everybody's life in that village for 1/10 of the money that he paid on that private helicopter.
well, maybe they did get 1/10 of the money.
Yeah, he could have also tipped each of them.
That's all assumptions,
$1,000 or so.
We
You
need
know,
to find
I'm just wondering why-
we're gonna need to
Right.
find these people.
Right.
We're gonna need to ask
I'm
them.
just wondering
We're
why.
gonna have to bring them on the show. Craig's gonna have to do a
I'm-
one-on-one
I'm just-
with them.
I'm just
soon,
wondering
guys.
why my assumptions are you're making assumptions, but you guys' assumptions are like, oh, it's okay. You
Well,
know?
we're all making assumptions at this point.
Right.
So.
Right. And,
Well-
and as Flawed says, you know,
I
eventually.
assume those people in Africa living in that small village are poor. That's a pretty good assumption.
You know what'd be amazing? Once again, you're making an assumption that they're living in a small village. That could be right outside a major village, just facing
It
outside
very well
away,
could be,
away
bro.
from the building. What's that?
It very well could be.
You're right. As Flawed says, but are you milking the homeless people? That's right. That's right. My boy Flawed, I love it. All right, let's move on. That's enough Tom Brady. I'll tell you, Travis, if
Enough
you don't
goat
like
talk.
hypocrisy, you're gonna hate this next story.
Oh Lord. Brady.
Oh man, I love it. Before we do,
He's out.
He's
Like,
done.
I can't handle it.
Dude says, I'm pretty sure the people in these villages on this tour are like the people in Colonial Williamsburg. It's just a way more expensive experience for the visitors, right, dude? That's kind of the idea.
I don't. Do you think Tom Brady would pay for that fake experience? I don't think so.
Listen, Tom Brady's not going to go out hanging out and pitching a tent by himself and starting a fire, right? He's not going to go out there and kill a goat and then cook
I
it
know,
for
Leave
but-
the
dinner.
goats alone.
Think about this. Tom Brady wants to feel like he had a life-changing experience. He's not going to go to a fake place like that.
Of course
Come on.
not. No.
He
He
might.
absolutely will. Right? It's glamping. All right. So, next story. Now, hold on. This is important because Eric Haley, you guys saw the new Ninja Turtles movie, right?
No, we haven't seen it.
Haven't
you
seen
haven't?
the movie yet. No.
Okay. Do you plan on seeing the new Mutant Mayhem movie?
Maybe when it's on home video.
Would you say the new one is that the one with Megan Fox as April, or the
No.
other one?
There's a
We've seen
new one.
those.
The newer one? Okay.
Yes. There's
It
a
just
new.
came out this last weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it just
Yeah, that's
came
that-
out.
That's that trailer we watched a couple of weeks. Okay.
It's the one with Seth Rogen, where Seth Rogen plays Bebop,
Rogen.
and it's
Plays himself.
right. And the controversy, which I think was really stupid, was like April O'Neil is black, and like whatever. I don't care about April O'Neil being black. I think you can have different adaptations of characters. Do I think it was one of those things where, was it kind of a virtue signal? Sure, right? You want to diversity, whatever. I don't really care if you want to do it to the character. Ultimately, with these movies, I think that people will go see it if they're interested in the movie, right? And I haven't really heard good or bad things about this. I haven't really seen many reviews for it at all. But the animation style to me, it kind of has that Spider-Man No Way Out look to it, which is kind of
Stop motion.
You mean
computer
the Into
animation
the
kinda look.
Universe? That one, whatever it is.
yeah.
multiverse?
Yeah, I'm sorry, whatever it is. And
Is that stop motion or is it? I just don't know. That's why I'm
That
asking.
comic
know.
booky look. The comic
Right.
I
booky
mean,
look.
it's like CGI, but it's CGI
Not.
made to look like it's stop
Stop
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it kind of almost had like a claymation kind of feel to
Yeah,
it to me.
that's the feel. It's a little frame
Yeah.
rate too. Yeah,
it's
That's what-
cool. I enjoy the look at it. Well, they are apparently releasing, as you would expect, a bunch of toys for the release of the new Ninja Turtles, and they bundled several of the turtles together, as well as I imagine it's a larger bundle. And the bundle looks like this. Here's the bundle. You have Raph and Michelangelo and Leo, and there's Bebop in there, and there's April. Right, this is what April looks like, and she's got her her yellow on, which is whatever. Right.
Just saw this back at Target this weekend.
I don't remember as a kid because I was very young when TMNT was like 2. So I hardly even remember watching the show. But were the turtles different colors?
The
Different
original animated,
shades of
yeah, they
green?
were. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, not that big a difference of color.
the original
they weren't-
toys were though.
Yeah,
Actually, the original toys were more varied colors.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah,
So they've really gone out of their way. Initially, like the turtles all look the same except for their bandanas, right? For the most part, that as a kid that was the only differentiator. But now, like Raph's, his bandana goes over his head.
Yeah.
They give him more characteristics. Anyways, that's beyond the point.
Wasn't
this
Bebop and Rocksteady supposed to be muscular too, not like overweight?
all the characters got a full redesign.
Okay. Anyway.
All of them did. So this is the toys that you said you saw this in Target this weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
Okay. And what was interesting was this is another another set that they're selling, and I just want to see if we can spot the difference about this one. What is the difference here between the first one and this one?
Besides the region that they're probably selling it in?
Yeah.
Obviously, the difference is this April O'Neil is black. This April O'Neil is white.
I would be so curious to find out if these are going to be sold in different regions, because I would almost guess that that's why they did this.
I kind
So-
of think maybe it was just a painting error, like a
It
color
could
error,
be, but
Is there
then
multiple boxes that?
a
or did they just take
defect,
that
like
one?
a whole run was just defective,
Can you
and
go
then
back-
they were just
Could-
shipping it
could
out
be.
anyway.
So
Yeah.
this-
anything else change pigment or
Oh, the
color?
lip,
Yes.
the lip color, the hair
Bingo.
color.
yes, that is
dang.
why that's why it's not not an error.
Oh,
You can see her
yeah.
lips are a different color.
Weird.
She has purple lipstick here. Her hair's different. She doesn't have
Yeah.
purple lips here.
Are the glasses different color?
Glasses are
No, glasses are
the
the
same.
The same.
Actually,
Right.
you know
What's the
what?
hat
do that?
They gave the more pale skinned one more traditional white people hair, actually, if you look at it. It's not as dreads as the other one.
Yeah.
Why would they do that though? Like, I mean, is April O'Neil?
It has to
I
be a
assume she
region
looks
thing.
like this in
That's what she
the
looks like in the
movie.
movie, yeah.
So why would they make two different looking April O'Neils if she looks like that in the movie?
Well, you also have to think it's the only female character. I don't know about it because I haven't seen it, but it's the only frontline female character they have. So they want to instead of having options, they want to sell that to any girls who may want the toys. You see what I'm saying? So if they look like them, they're more probably going to buy it. You see what I mean?
Well, allow me to
That
answer
makes
that
sense,
question.
but
That question for you, Kayla. So, why would they do that? The answer is the person who sent the image of these over speculated that the variant may be used for another market like China.
yeah.
So,
I knew
Disney-fied.
I knew it had to
It's
be a
like Star
region
Wars.
thing. I would almost guess that the more considered African American one or whatever would be sold here, and the other one would be sold either over in Asia or in Europe. Would be my guess.
Interesting.
which I think really goes away. It really pushes against the idea of like, we're all about diversity and stuff. Like I said, I don't care if April's black. I'm sure there are a
who
lot of
gives a
people who
shit?
do. I could give a shit. I really don't care. What I do care about is the insane hypocrisy attached to this, where it's like, you see what they did with the Little Mermaid when with all the marketing promotional over in China, where they made it to where they light their skin color on the posters and all. It's like, that's fucked up. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like what they did with John Boyega.
And really, what this comes down to is money, and it will always come down to money.
Well, and the sad part about this is that company will fold on a dime, and they will. Why? Because they'll fold on a dime here to hypocrisy about stuff like this, but then they'll fold on a dime to countries who just want them to make it more appealing for whatever fucking reason. You know what I mean?
That's obnoxious. It's just
If you think about it, they're always like, "Oh, America's so racist," and yet we're the ones with that original toy, and then China's selling the other version. So, it's
So,
like, well,
even if
Well,
they
it's
we're
want,
making
now.
it. We're making the alternative version for China, so we're just giving in to like their.
yeah.
yes,
Right.
and even if the company wants to act like they're woke or whatever, they're on the front end of whatever here. If you're folding to another country, that's bullshit. That's all bullshit.
Wait, who's actually making the toy? Like, what's the brand and who's in charge? Like, is it like
Good
offices
question.
in China designing it and creating it?
No.
Or are we?
Mattel,
It's Nickelodeon.
Mattel, probably.
Mattel
It's a
or Hasbro?
Nickelodeon product,
yeah,
so
I
it's
thought one of
probably
them
Mattel.
owns Nickelodeon now,
Yeah.
don't they?
I think so.
I think Hasbro does.
Playmates
it
says
Hasbro?
Extra Zero.
You know what's interesting
Oh,
about this?
Playmates.
Where's
Oh, Playmates. I think
Playmates
Playmates is
though?
owned by Hasbro though. So
But like the actual offices who create it, where are they? Like these ideas? Because I doubt it's going to be in America at this point anymore.
You know what's
I think
really
the-
interesting about this? Sorry to interrupt. Is there's a Ninja Turtles? They just looked on the TMNT Reddit, and they talked about the mainland getting a mainland release, and you know who's not in the poster for this? April O'Neil. Nowhere to be
it's just
seen.
the 4 turtles in it.
Yeah, just the 4 turtles, which goes to the idea of like, okay, are they trying to hide the idea that April is black in this? You know,
You know who owns?
They also just
Nickelodeon
don't love
now?
women as much over there, right? Like, so
Yeah.
maybe they just.
They're
not
owned
in-
by Paramount.
Oh, and
Right.
Extra Zero says that Playmates is headquartered in Hong Kong. That
Playmates
kind
is?
of
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
it makes
kinda
me
answers my
wonder.
question.
So they made the toys. So clearly they have an agreement with Paramount. By the way, Paramount is a horrible fucking company. I love Star Trek, but they're a horrible fucking company. And this makes absolute sense to me if it has anything to do with Paramount.
I'm trying to find a trailer like for the Chinese release of this, because I'd be interested to see if April O'Neil
Oh,
is featured
yeah.
at all. Because if she is, it's one thing. I mean, it's not. Well, it's not
Is
one
the
thing.
movie even being released in China?
It
That's
is
another thing.
It is being released. Yes.
Are
It's
they
good-
changing the name? Because if I remember back in the day, they couldn't even use the term ninja in the EU.
Yeah, it
And
was hero.
ninja over in Asia is sometimes also seen as a derogatory term because of their past. So
Yeah.
Right. But I think the bigger question for me is if you're going to be changing the color of the toy. I mean, clearly she's changed in the movie, right? Because you can't sell a toy that doesn't look like the movie.
well, and it's animated or whatever. So to be honest, all they would have to do is change one little program to make her skin a different pigment,
Different color,
and-
yeah.
right? And it would be easy peasy. I bet.
Saying there's gonna be 2 versions. Interesting.
There
Yeah,
might
and
be.
that's what
Photoshopped April O'Neil.
I'm very intrigued by that idea. The idea that, this once again, this goes back to what everybody already knows, just the hypocrisy attached to Hollywood and the signaling of like, look at how virtuous and wonderful we are, except for when it comes to China and
Right. You can't be virtuous and then like help a country who like imprisons people socially, economically, or whatever, because China does all of that.
Yeah. And we see number of different examples of this, when it comes to like the NBA, the National Basketball Association, and then, saying all these things about, the American lifestyle, but not doing anything about what's happening over in China with the Uyghurs over there and the slavery that's happening over there. It's just another example of money talks. And it's, I guess we'll figure this out more, because that's one thing I'm going to continue to do is dig on to see if I can find a Chinese trailer of Mutant Mayhem, because I can't find it off just a quick Google search. So.
Somebody in chat, I didn't see the name, said I didn't know Viacom owns Paramount. Yeah, Viacom is Paramount's parent company. Paramount owns Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon owns TMNT.
So, I think there's another controversy for that April O'Neil action figure is that's the only way you can get her is in that
variety pack.
You
Really?
can't buy her
Really?
individually.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if that has something explicitly to do with this, because they would have to change the packaging, would they not? So isn't that too expensive? They don't want to have 2 separate packaging.
Well, it could be they don't
two
think
skin tones.
it would sell, so there's no point in spending the money on
That as
They don't
well.
think they don't think anyone's going to buy April O'Neil as a character individually. So
It
they're
could be both
coupling
of those
them all
things.
together.
You know what I mean? It could be that. So we weren't going to have as many sales as this, and that could be why they're doing different skin tones as well. They know they're not going to have as many sales of it, so they want to try and make more sales or whatever by making them look like the people in that region.
Well, I mean, but how many? Once again, when I think of people in China, I don't traditionally think of, Chinese people looking like April O'Neil does here. Let's just be real, right? So
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going for there.
well,
But they certainly aren't pigmented skin either. You see what I'm saying? So it's closer to that than it is
Sure.
to, it's like black Barbies. You know what I mean? You could have a whole plethora of different skin tone Barbies, but when your choices back in the day were super dark black or white, what do you choose?
Right. No, I understand what you're saying, but I think you're also giving them a lot of slack here with this idea. The idea, well, we're going to make April look like, or just hear me out, or the country of China is traditionally extremely racist towards black people.
Oh,
Just throwing it out there because that's traditionally accurate.
don't get me wrong. The way I said is also racist. If they are changing it to suit the people in that region because they think it will sell more, that's saying they think it will sell, the other race will sell less, and I find that inherently racist.
Right.
But that's me.
I cannot find this Mutant Mayhem trailer for. At
Maybe
all.
they don't let it outside of China.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy to think.
That's
All right.
another. That's another. What
I
if
heard
they
the movie
don't?
didn't do too well this weekend. Meg 2 beat it at the box
Oh, yeah.
office.
I didn't even know it came out this
Did
weekend.
it? Wow.
Did
I
it
feel
come out?
like they haven't been promoting it very well. I didn't
I've seen
know.
lots of commercials for it. Actually,
One of the stories I turned down for adding today was actually that Barbie and Mario are the only 2 movies this year who have broke $1 billion.
Barbie's killing it, man. Barbie's killing it for sure.
Did you guys see Barbie?
Nope.
No.
I'll watch it, but it's not something I want to go to a theater and pay to watch. I'm fascinated by it because the history of Barbie and Mattel and all that, because I find that stuff fascinating, but it's not something I'm going to go to a theater for,
Yeah, it's all. So I'm looking at the box office for the weekend, just for reference. Barbie once again won, made another $53 million, which is crazy.
Wow, and how many weeks out has it been?
It's still doing pretty good.
Yeah,
That's insanity. It's still making 50-something million.
third straight week for sure.
Well, like this though, how many young girls want to see this more than once? Or how many girls in their 30s now who were obsessed with Barbies, whose whole house is full of Barbies collectors now, go see it more than once? I think there's something to be said for people who see movies more than one time because it inflates those numbers.
Yeah.
So the Meg came in second. Oppenheimer dropped to third, and I can't even see TMNT on here. I don't even know where. Oh, in fourth place, Ninja Turtles pulled 28 million. So there were four movies over 25 million this weekend, which is really kind of fascinating to me because that says to me like people are like, oh, people just don't go to movies anymore. No, people are willing to go to movies still. There are four.
Movies.
Yeah.
Right. It's so it really flies in the face of everything that Disney's been throwing out. Oh, the viewing habits have changed. No. Give people a reason to go, and they will go.
Amazing that the only movies, big movies that were done this year weren't by Disney. Both broke $1 billion. Strange. Weird.
All right, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you guys to stick around and join us on the day-to-day basis as we stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time here on YouTube and obviously over on Rumble. I want you guys to hit the follow button over on Rumble at rumble.com/sidescrollers. If you guys are watching over on Twitch, good for you. We're everywhere.
Good for you.
Good for you. It's great. We are closing in. Our goal today is 300 thumbs up today. We're at 250 right now. So let's if everybody would do that, I'd really appreciate that.
Work those thumbs.
All of the thumbs. All of them. You guys want to end on something? We got some memes today, which are awesome. We're going to get those in a minute. But I saw this video, and damn it, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going to play this, and I'm probably going to get a flag.
Better than sliced bread?
It's so freaking funny. Now, Blabs, you were born in the 90s.
Yes.
But I'm sure you don't remember this version of the 90s because you weren't a teenager in the
98, right, Blood?
96.
96. You're just a wee lass. And this video just blew my mind, so I had to post it on the tweets or on the X's. Ugh, so weird. It says the 90s. The guy's got
I love the pants.
Jinkos.
Yeah,
got Jinko jeans, rollerblades, a Super Nintendo in his back left pocket, a PlayStation in his right, a mobile phone in his pocket, backwards hat, and of course the flame shirt, which was huge.
His pants already falling down, obviously, but
No,
they're gonna fall.
they're not
No,
actually.
that's just Jinkos.
Yeah, Jinkos actually were meant to wear them fit. They just looked like they were like that. Jinkos,
With the weight of those consoles, they definitely have to fall down.
Jinkos are just so hilarious. I remember the first time I ever saw one. It was a kid in my school, and they were black, of course, and the pockets literally went down to his ankles. And I'm like, "Why the fuck do you wear them?" He said, "Oh, because I could steal all sorts of shit." Okay.
Jesus.
Cool.
Take a look at this right here.
Is he rollerblading too?
Yes, he
And Blade,
is.
did you guys ever see this before?
Yeah, those. They actually
Rollerblades on his hands too.
They made toys like that actually as well.
They made toys like this?
Yeah, like little people with little roller skates on their legs and hands.
Transformers?
No,
I like
no,
the chain.
There was a
Yeah, the
cartoon
chain's just
like
dragging
that,
on the
though.
ground.
The chain's classic, yeah.
The chain wallet, right.
He's a wheeler from Return to Oz.
They didn't even use the stop sign.
Okay, but the music. I mean, it is 90s, but it's not 90s. It's not the right 90s.
It's like
Well-
trying to be
Excuse us.
Ace of Base or something.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's licensed 90s music.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not actual 90s
This
music.
reminds me of that movie.
It should have been playing. I saw the sign. It opened up. my
Yeah.
eyes, I saw the
Then he can't make money off the video.
Yeah.
Sure. This is my favorite part where he has a Super Nintendo in his back pocket.
It's
Hits
NBA
the-
Jam too.
Is that NBA? It is NBA Jam.
And you
that's
notice
right.
those are only two of his back pockets. He has two more back pockets
Yeah.
upwards.
Well, he has his back pockets. He hits the eject button on the Super Nintendo. It comes out, he holds it, and the Super Nintendo drops down into his jinkos perfectly. Just fall. It's awesome. That's a baller move.
Oh, he's even got a
Reminds me
beeper.
of that movie with from the 90s. I can't remember what it is. The girls named Cher and Dion.
Oh yeah, Clueless.
Yeah,
Clue-
Clueless.
yeah,
I
Clue-
can't remember the name. That's what the guys look like.
Oh my god.
That's one of my
yeah.
favorite movies like ever. I freaking love
It
Clueless.
is.
I love Clueless.
So
It's a
good.
great movie. It's a great movie.
No, I
Travis-
love it too. I'm saying, Blabs, you didn't know the name of it.
No, because I kept blanking. I'm totally like dead
Okay.
today. But yeah, I
Okay,
love that
sorry.
movie.
I mean,
It is.
that's
It is actually a very culture-defining movie.
Hmm.
I will say that is a very stereotypical look at the '90s, but they're like it's like if you took the most extreme parts of the '90s and put them into one person, that's what the guy would look like, you know, which I really appreciate. So amazing stuff. Amazing
Clueless
stuff.
is very 90s too, and as far as that goes, so I lived in Riverside, California, which is the Valley, you know, where Valley girls are from, and Palm Springs, which is a little east. They live more a little west, but it's in the Valley, and the girls do actually talk like that. Oh my god, like that type of shit. They actually talk like that.
We
If
need
you-
that clipped. Thank
you know who's not from the Valley by how they talk because they don't talk like that, and then you could say, "Where are you from?"
Now, did the
But if
movie
they talk-
create that?
No,
Or is
no,
the
no,
movie
no.
just- okay.
It's always been a thing.
Well, I think in the '80s that was really big.
And the surfer-
like, oh my god, you
Yeah,
know?
surfer
Yeah.
dudes actually. There's a lot of cross contamination with the
Not having-
surfer
No.
guys like that, yeah, and the Valley girls because a lot of times they are drawn to each other.
I just think of the pumpkin girls, the spice lattes ones. Like a spice latte? I'm like, aw.
Around Coachella time, so you always know it was season for Coachella because you'd start seeing these people in like wicker clothing. It's really weird. So you'd just be like working and walking down the street, and these half-naked people would just randomly show up in town and like see-through like clothing, these giant fucking hats and weird shit. Oh, Coachella, okay. They're here. When you live in the Valley with them girls who talk like that, and you say the weird people just arrived, you know they're fucking weird.
All right, maybe that's what the African tribe said when Tom Brady showed
Tom
up.
Brady showed up.
The
I'm
weird
sure
people
they
are
did.
here. All right, let's get to some memes.
lot.
Yeah, we do have quite a few memes. Also, we have some good super chats. One from Kyle says, "Government and oligarchs are the reason for third world countries, not God or anyone else's fault. Greedy oligarchs will always oppress." Thank you, Kyle.
Exactly.
Appreciate
And
that.
and that's what I mean by in this African country, do you honestly believe these little people are getting the money? No, it's some guy somewhere.
Tom Brady is an oligarch. Backyard TARDIS came in and says, "Shout out to my friend Price of Reason who exposed the Splinter being gay, I guess, way back, or gay walk back."
Walk back. Yeah, he was supposedly gay or whatnot. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Saying that they walked it back. So
Yeah.
they said he was gay or not gay or something?
He was gonna be or something, and then they I guess changed their mind.
I thought the
something,
lyrics were
I
he
don't
was
know.
gonna be May, not gonna be gay.
He's gonna be May. I got you.
Thanks, man.
I'm good.
I didn't understand the reference until Chris said that.
Well, and that tells you how much it matters to a gay person. I don't care. I don't even know about it. So
I mean, that
who
would be a
cares?
huge retcon
But-
of Splinter's one of his origins of
Well, right, and it's
Shredder killing his love.
right, and it's
Right.
the hypocrisy is what would bother me. Is if they said he's gay to be woke or whatever, to and then when somebody complains, they take it away. Well, then, what are your values? Your values are money.
Let's go to our memes here. Let's check it out. We have this first one from Cloud. It says, "Blabs and Craig play GTA." Man, that may be a series very, very soon. Very, very soon.
You picked the wrong house, fool! You picked the wrong house, fool!
Hey, Big Smoke, it's me, Carl. Chill.
I
Oh shit,
love the
damn,
face.
what the fuck? Bullshit. I don't need this shit. Oh, motherfucker. I hate grabbing it. Shit, damn. Oh, fuck. Shit.
That is GTA right there.
You see how he literally walks like the character too. Like he has that weird, like just show how he has the weird gait with his legs, how they're like turned outwards.
You picked the wrong house!
If this is this is like the NPC streams before the NPC streams.
Yeah.
You know? Standing there.
Even how he holds his arms.
He's missing his punches.
I know. It's like me trying to throw a punch in a video game.
That's good stuff. We got this one from Cloud. Says I found this rare footage of Blabs, and now it all makes sense why Craig called her creepy. Here we are. Uh-oh. Oh no. What is that?
A really skinny dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say
What
a
is that?
skinny dude trying to walk scary.
Now I want to see the
Yeah.
original.
Me too.
Creepy.
This supposed to be like an alien footage discovery.
We had this one from Extra Zero. Says Craig's newest nemesis. I'm Sarah McLachlan. For just 60 cents a day, you can protect dogs like the Duckland dog from being senselessly shot by stuttering Craig.
Arms of an angel.
You got this one from Extra Zero says, after hearing about what Craig was doing with balls in Africa, Tom Brady decided to make a visit. There I am. Got all these balls, kids. Let's go. Who wants balls?
Craig's balls are D.
That's right.
I thought Craig's Balls Are D's was getting sued.
Oh. No, that's Mr. Beast.
Then we got the core from core members says, oh no, Labs' side hustle. Oh no.
Craig's, oh no.
Oh no. And then we got this one with from Cloud says Trav is very triggered by the Tom story.
Now, I'm really mad.
What?
No, I'm really mad.
Hey, Cloud, you can still get banned, buddy.
No, he can't.
We got this one from we got Jackson sent this over. Says speaking of this is the place. That's what I was talking about before in Utah. Says I've done some displays for their new visitor center. Some multi-playered shadow boxes of old photographs, and he scaled diorama of the entire park. Nice. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sweet.
good stuff right there.
Yeah, I like that type of stuff. That's
Look
awesome.
at that diorama. Holy crap.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Can you
It's
imagine
awesome.
It'll
being
take a
the
long
person-
time to do that.
Yeah, can you imagine being the person who gets paid to build that stuff? That'd be so cool.
Well, that's Jackson. Jackson gets paid to make those things. Jackson.
Way to go, Jackson.
Who would have thought
Yeah.
when you were making a diorama in 3rd grade, you'd get paid for that shit when you grew up?
Hey, I am a fan of the diorama. I think that
Diorama.
the
not
diorama, right? Whatever it's called. I'm a
Diarrhea?
fan.
What?
No, I am a fan. Low hanging
Ugh.
fruit. I am a fan of big things being shrunk to tiny things, and
Me too.
Oh, yeah,
You should
Shrunk the
check
Kid.
out David Miniatures on Instagram. David Miniatures. He makes the coolest things. Mostly Back to the Future things, actually.
A lot
But
of 80s
tons
stuff.
of little minis, 80s dioramas. Very cool.
I bet you Craig watches like those videos of the stuff that's sewed, but it's like, you know, utensils or kitchen stuff and all that. I bet you that's what you watch in your free time also. Not
No.
shitting on that stuff because it's really cool, but I feel like that's what you watch.
I also feel like what I just said about being a fan of things being scaled down will definitely be taken and put into a future
Yeah.
intro at times.
Yeah, I was.
It's a
I
dick
like
joke
small
waiting to
things.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left that low hanging fruit where it was.
Yeah, I like the
Here's
taste
that-
in your mouth.
No.
We got a dick joke just waiting to happen, right?
I was gonna say, well, I like it the other way, but
yeah.
Here's that David Miniatures guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
goes
he,
in and-
Sweet.
oh,
he makes
sweet.
super cool stuff.
Johnny Five.
Nice.
I got Ghostbusters.
Oh,
That's sweet.
Batmobile
Really?
versus the Axis
Wow.
Chemicals. What? That's pretty awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's like super tiny. So he goes in and he makes
Yeah.
these things.
It
And
looks like
Yeah,
like an
his work is
actual-
incredible. Yeah, the detail on it is just
It
outrageous.
looks like literally you took the movie and paused it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
does he sell
Crazy.
these?
Yeah, he sells them. He has like, you can buy little rooms too, like your childhood room, and he'll put televisions on it, and the TV
Look at
will
that.
play video clips. Like it's super
Go
cool.
top right, the
What?
Jurassic Park one. That Jurassic Park one is just so fucking cool.
Well,
Look
there's
at that
multiple.
shit. Yeah, either one.
The visitor center.
That's so cool.
Wow, that's
I
pretty.
wonder how much they cost because I want one.
I don't know. I would definitely consider making sure that money goes to kids in Africa before you buy a miniature. Though, Trav.
He could
Hey.
probably make you a miniature African
It's-
village.
It's about percentages.
With Tom Brady's helicopter in it
It's
too.
about percentages. I guarantee you, I give away a larger percent of my income than Tom Brady does.
I know,
Guaranteed.
Trav. I know. We're just all kicking each other in the balls. That's what this show is. Then we have this one from
Balls,
Extra
yeah.
Zero. Says Craig knows the first-hand difference about regional differences, and got this one over here: USA versus China. Dikembe Mutombo in the United States, and then there's good old me in China. I am Dikembe Mutombo, China. No. Oh Lord, thank you,
I know
Extra
they
Zero.
watch
Appreciate
slam
it.
ball in China.
Hey, Slam Ball actually made it in China. They actually had like university teams. They're weird, man.
Really?
Yeah,
They're weird, man.
they're weird.
Like they have like a whole league with like
They
school
did,
teams?
yeah, they
That's
did.
Crazy to me.
It is bizarre.
Well, I don't want to say that.
Okay.
They don't like darker pigmented people there, so people might not be able to jump as high over there. Just saying, it's a joke.
There's
He's just
trampolines in
quoting
slam
Robin
ball.
Hood Men in Tights. It's fine. Move on.
I was hoping everyone would just be quiet, and just let Travis just hang him out to dry, but that's all right. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Travis. It's okay. Now I'm really stuck on this davidminiatures.com here. This is
He's gonna
ridiculous.
go shopping now.
I really want one, especially like the flying. Look at the flying fucking in his house. He's got it parked in his driveway. It's just so cool.
He made a miniature of Doc's diorama of Hill Valley.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That's
like
so cool.
it's just awesome.
I wonder
Look,
if
yeah,
it's
look at
like-
that on the ping pong table. Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
diorama of a
it's
diorama.
yeah.
That is so
I love
funny.
this shit.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff. So he went in. Okay, they got the scene. I never
and
noticed
look,
that it was on a ping
He
pong
even
table.
had it like
Yeah.
made cheaply. Like, look, there's a piece of empty box there. Like they
Yep,
have in the movie.
yep. The backside of a cereal box.
Is there,
right?
is there a trash can full of oily rags somewhere, though?
Oh no, I don't
right.
think he put that.
I mean, that's amazing stuff. This is really, really good. I always like.
Yeah,
that
and
the
the
stuff
little
even
little
works.
TV, the little TV
Yeah.
that he makes. It plays the clip.
And the
In it.
and the brake lights on the car worked, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yo,
so
this
cool.
stuff isn't cheap. I'm looking at his store.
Well,
How much
Some
is
of
it?
it's like 300 to 500.
I'd rather pay that on this than
Then
buy
go to
a bunch
Africa.
buy a bunch of toys. Because to me, this is some cooler than like action figures and stuff. But that's me.
I'll say this.
It depends on what you collect.
You know, I look at this stuff, and I think what you're paying for is you're not really paying for how cool it is. You're paying for the craftsmanship attached to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, you got to remember the amount of time, effort, and resources that are put into making something so intricate. You know, and I appreciate that. But well, that's awesome. Thanks for exposing me to davidminiatures.com. Now I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Imagine
Yeah, follow him on Instagram. He posts lots of stuff all the time. It's pretty
you could
great.
like buy the whole movie in scenes. That'd be so cool.
I
if
don't
I had
have
that much
Instagram.
money. But
Right.
Yes, we do. We have.
I
side
don't.
scrollers.
I
Well,
don't.
Just look on the side scrollers.
I don't have it. Yeah, they have. Oh, look, he has tutorial. Well, whatever. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
He's like, whoa.
But let's go and wrap it up. Hey guys, make sure you go and subscribe to You, Me, and the Movies over on the YouTubes. You guys have anything of super interest you guys want to push while you got a captive audience ready to stare and subscribe to you?
At You Me the Movies on social medias, and then we actually have multiple channels on YouTube. You Me the Movies is our main channel, but we also have You Me the TV.
If
that
you'd
we're
rather watch
gradually
TV,
moving
you
our
can watch it.
TV stuff over to. And then we also have You Me in the Games, which I will be playing games on later tonight.
Look at that. You guys
There's
are,
all our channels.
look at all that. That is awesome. Great. It's going over there.
We just started Justified on You Me and the TV, so if you're a fan of Timothy Oliphant and Justified, join the journey with us.
So you guys truly just hang out and watch stuff all day, and then you edit it
All night. Yep.
all
We
day.
watch
all
like a
night.
show every night. Or a
I
movie every
actually, I have a lot of fun watching their content. When a new video comes out, or sometimes when it suggests to me, like the last one I watched, purposefully was Godfather, but then Lazarus, I think it was what it was, the Lazarus Effect or something like that. Was that what it was? The bitch with the black eyes.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I watched
goodness.
that one.
All right.
Maybe I'm getting the name wrong, but it was
I
a
don't know.
scary movie. You guys have watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
lots of
If you want
scares.
to watch her laugh to fart jokes for 5 minutes straight, Ted.
Ted, yeah,
reaction.
watch our Ted reaction. It's pretty funny. I laugh real hard for quite a while. Yeah.
Just on a
Excellent.
fart joke. Just
Love fart jokes. I love fart jokes and dick jokes. It's great. Speaking of spinning off channels, we have a new Side Scrollers Plays channel. I need you guys to go over and subscribe to that as well. I'll be live on that channel very, very shortly. You guys notice we actually changed the branding. So we have the little the game controller here, and on the main Side Scrollers channel, we have a microphone underneath it. So
is
you
that the
guys-
controller Blabs always uses?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Just an
It
Xbox with
works.
2
It's
buttons on
brand
it.
new.
Hey, and here's the question: would you like to see Blabs play Grand Theft Auto? Dear
Yeah.
Lord, oh my
Grand Theft Auto and then Red Dead.
God, we go through and dominate. Love it, I love it. All right, great stuff, guys. Thank you very much for popping in. You guys have a great afternoon. I'll see you in about 45 minutes to an hour over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel. Hit the subscribe button. The link is down below in the description, as well as you can find You, Me, and the Movies in the chat. There's a chat command in there. And looking forward to seeing you guys. You guys, I really appreciate you, Eric and Kayla. You guys, great job today.
Thanks for having
Love
us.
hanging out with y'all.
All right, cool. Have a great day, guys. See you guys later. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let it. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day.